I believe Rob Ross is a person that understands and appreciates and values all of that to the benefit of not only clearly the people who work for him, but the citizens of Akron, who are better protected because of his leadership. So before I say too much more good things about him, I'm going to have him sworn in, and then we'll see how things go after your probation period is over, when you're actually on the job. If you would raise your hand and repeat after me, and I, and your full name.
I, Robert C. Ross, Jr.
Do solemnly pledge.
Do solemnly pledge.
Upon my honor.
Upon my honor.
That I will uphold and support.
That I will uphold and support.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
And the laws thereof.
And the laws thereof.
The Constitution of the State of Ohio.
The Constitution of the State of Ohio.
And the laws thereof.
And the laws thereof.
The Charter and ordinances.
The Charter and ordinances.
Of the City of Akron.
Of the City of Akron.
And the rules and regulations.
And the rules and regulations.
Of the Akron Fire Department.
Of the Akron Fire Department.
And that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially.
And that I will faithfully, honestly, and impartially.
Discharge and perform the duties.
Discharge and perform the duties.
Of Fire Chief.
Of Fire Chief.
To the best of my ability.
To the best of my abilities.
I do so pledge.
I do so pledge.
Congratulations.
Thank you all very much, and certainly thank you, Mayor. I'd like to thank you for having the confidence in me to appoint me as the interim chief some time ago, and now to appoint me as the permanent chief. I do appreciate that. I'm honored and humbled to be chosen as the next fire chief here in the city of Akron. Akron is a fantastic city, as we all know. I'd be remiss if I didn't take a minute and thank all the other leaders and workers in the other city divisions that support the efforts of the fire division. Without their help and support every day, we would not be able to do what we do. We don't stand alone. I'd also like to thank members of the mayor's cabinet for all of their support and leadership over the many years that I've interacted with them, starting back in '97 when I first came to administration. Most of all, I want to recognize and thank all the dedicated and hardworking members of the fire department, both our sworn members and our non-sworn members. It's through all of their efforts that our services are delivered to those in need. Every one of them plays an important role in our family business, and you've probably heard it before. The fire department is a family business. We regard ourselves as a family. I want to especially recognize the other current chiefs who are all sitting here, several of whom were in the running for this position. Everything they do is for the betterment of the fire department and the citizens. Too often you hear about organizations where there's internal strife and people don't get along. I've been so thankful that while I've been interim chief, I've been supported every day by these individuals. I can tell everybody here it's the finest and most dedicated group I've ever worked with, both prior to coming to the fire department and since I've been here. Regardless of who the mayor had selected of us three candidates, he would not have made a wrong decision. I absolutely believe that and say that every opportunity I can. I want to thank my family, many of whom are here, for supporting me all these years. I thank my father for inspiring me as a child to become a firefighter. As many of you may know, he was a firefighter for the city of Akron for 33 years. I saw him yesterday, and we talked about the possibility of him coming here, but it just didn't quite work out. He's actually confined to a nursing home at this point in time. I also wish my mom could be here. She passed away several years ago. She was always my encouragement. She always taught all of us kids to see the best in people and to look at the issues in a positive manner. She told me when I first got promoted to lieutenant that one day you'll be chief. Mom, I know you're proud, and I know you're watching over all of us. I also want to recognize my brothers and sisters, several of them, again, who are sitting here. They had to put up with my bossiness as the older child. When Mom and Dad would leave, they'd put me in charge, and I would run the roost, and surprisingly, they still talk to me today. So little did they know they were preparing me for my time in the Navy when I was put in charge of people, and now in the fire department. So they were my practice. I have to extend my greatest love and appreciation to my wife and daughters. One daughter could not be here. She lives in Connecticut, but my young daughter Nikki's here and my wife Jennifer. You put up with me when times are tough. You've always been my cheering section throughout it all. You've always understood when something from work interrupted our family life and did so without complaint. Without your support of my career, there's no way I would have been very successful. And I certainly thank you every day for that. I thank the good Lord every day for giving me the opportunity and the abilities to serve the citizens of this community. I ask Him regularly to watch over this organization and help us do the right things. And I'd like to close by acknowledging that as a city and as a department, we've weathered some tough times due to the struggling economy. Tough choices had to be made, and we all learned that as an organization, we had some vulnerabilities. We hadn't really thought about those before. But we overcame, and although it appears there are improvements taking place, no one can ever guarantee additional obstacles won't be put in our path. But through the cooperative efforts of everyone, we will survive and will remain a department that is respected both regionally and beyond. I hope I can do my small part to make sure we remain successful, and with everyone's help, I know we can improve. And thank you all very much for being here. And I would like to invite everyone over to the 10th floor Fire Administration next door in City Center. We're going to have some sandwiches and cookies and things like that afterwards, so I hope everybody can come on over. We've got a lot. So again, thank you, Mayor, and thank everyone for coming. I do appreciate it.